go, Buns.
Hello guys, it's Carisa. I kind of slacked on a video last week. Sometimes I just feel like I don't have anything to talk about. I don't feel like I've lost enough weight yet to really give people advice, and I don't want to complain or whine, so sometimes I just don't really have much to say. But I have seen a bunch of people tagging for a 50 random things video, and I was not tagged, but I'm going to do it anyway. How do you like that? I am a do-it-yourselfer. I don't know if it's a pride thing or what, but I always have to do things myself, or at least try them to see if I can. You know, I don't like to pay people to do things that I figure I can do myself. And even if it doesn't turn out so hot, like I cut my own hair, I still feel good about, you know, I don't know, being able to conquer it. Whatever. I'm kind of stubborn like that. I might get that quality from my father. He was born and raised in Japan. He is half Japanese and half German. That's my phone, sorry. And he's very, I used to describe him as a Renaissance man. He always likes to try to be good at everything, I guess, and I think I get that from him. Speaking of Japan, I have been only to 3 countries outside of the United States, and one of them is Canada. And if you know anything about people who live in North America, especially the northeast side, or I guess it doesn't really matter, Canada doesn't count, sorry guys. But I've been to Canada, I've been to Spain, and I have been to Japan. I was on the Judge Mathis show in 2003, I want to say. I don't want to talk about it. No, I went as a witness for someone. I was very much involved in what was going on, but it didn't go well. I have always wanted a pet hedgehog. I am such a sucker for cute animals. And even animals people don't think are cute. I really love groundhogs or woodchucks, whatever you want to call them. Sometimes my husband drives me by areas where we figured out a lot of them are, just so I can look at them. But I've always wanted a hedgehog, and the only thing that has kept me from getting one is that they're not very readily available, they are difficult to find, and they don't live very long. I think they've got a maximum lifespan of about 5 years, and I just think that would just break my heart. So I'm not strong enough to do the hedgehog thing just yet. Hey guys, come on. I can go like this. When I was a couple of days away from my senior year in high school, no, my junior year in high school, we had a house fire. I have a crush on iJustine. I really don't enjoy gambling. I guess I can see why people like it, but I'm not a fan. And I feel like I already had my peak. The first time I ever used a slot machine, I was in Las Vegas, and my husband gave me a $20 bill. I put it in a slot machine that had like an Egyptian theme, and I got down to my last dollar. It was a dollar machine. I got down to my last dollar and I won $100 bucks, and I don't really want to do it ever again. Every single time I sleep, I dream. So when I was a little kid, I was kind of chubby. I always was. But I'm super clumsy, really, really clumsy. Like, trip over my own feet, fall up the stairs. So my dad noticed that when I was little, that, like, dude, my daughter is fat and clumsy. What am I going to do? So he forced my mother to get me to take ballet lessons. I think, you know, it's not hard to twist a little girl's arm into ballet lessons, but I was just a fat, clumsy ballerina. I have gigantic tonsils. I've never had a doctor want to take them out. Never. I get upper respiratory infections. I don't get strep throat. I still think that if I didn't have my tonsils, I'd be less likely to get these nasty sinus infections. Just because everyone else I know that had sinus infections and they didn't have a deviated septum, whatever. I'm not a doctor, I guess, but my tonsils are huge, and you want to see them? You can't see them, can you? I tried. They're big. I wrote all this stuff down, so I'm consulting the list. Oh, so my husband's parents, their first names are the same as my parents' middle names. Yeah. His dad's name is James, and my dad's middle name is James. And his mom's name is Lynn, spelled with an E at the end. And my mom's middle name is spelled the same way. My nose is real. People always think that I had a nose job. This is my nose. Maybe it's easy for me to say because I don't have a big nose or a problem with my nose, but I don't really see myself, I don't know, I'm not against plastic surgery, but I wouldn't have paid for this nose. I never call myself an artist, but I guess I am. I don't know, I feel like that sounds conceited. Is that weird? Whatever. I have always been very artistic, and I'm bashful about it for some reason. I don't like to talk about it, and that's probably why I haven't had any kind of success in terms of working with my art or anything like that, because I don't like to talk about it. I brought a little painting just so you could see, so you don't think I'm lying. This is the most recent thing I did. My friend has a dog, and I took a picture of the dog and I painted it for her, and this is the painting I did. I haven't given it to her yet because I haven't seen her. It was her birthday present. Can you see that? His name is Weenie. He's a cute dog. I have, speaking of dogs, I have 13 pets. I have 2 dogs, 3 cats, 2 tortoises, 2 leopard geckos, 2 Euromastix lizards, which are awesome. They're the best lizard ever. Look them up. Honestly, if you want to own a lizard, it's the best thing. We do have 1 bearded dragon also, and I have a hamster. I've never broken a bone, ever. My mom is a beautician. She has been a hairstylist for over 30 years. As a result, as good as that sounds, that means that, let's face it, people, you know how you have a bad day, a bad breakup, I don't know, you're just bored and you want to change your hair? Think of how, okay, so I have a bad day, I'm down in the dumps, my mom's like, what's wrong, you know, what can I do for you? And I say, you know what, Mom, I want you to cut my hair. And my mother really, if she's got the stuff in the house to do it, and she knows it's what's going to make me happy, whether or not it's a good idea, suddenly that haircut that might have been a really terrible idea, but you couldn't get an appointment with your stylist, so you didn't do it and you're glad you didn't do it, I got it the instant I wanted it. So, yeah, that's kind of cool, but it's not when you wake up the next morning and you're like, what did I do to my hair? Also, I had every hair color you could possibly imagine. I even ended up with gray hair once because I had my mom dye my hair blue, like in the front, and it washed out 2 days later and became gray because it reacted with another color I had in my hair, which is awesome. So, also, until I was in, I think, the 5th grade or 6th grade, my mother actually did my hair every morning before school, like professionally styled it, which also sounds awesome. And yeah, I felt really good. But when I look at pictures of myself from, like, you know, the 3rd grade, I have I have the hair of a grown woman.